and welcome to another EC Learn Along. How you been? Good? Oh, good. Well, what are we doing today? Last video, we did a lot of waiting and watching for Citrix app layering. Finally completed it. Done it a few times on my own. Not very fun. In my lab, things move slow, but created all those layers for our image and did some fun stuff. Done with that. Probably won't touch it again. Coffee. Tied it into app packages and so forth. Well, what are we looking at today? Intune. We're going to go back to apps. Seems like we're doing a lot with apps. Yeah. You got to patch them. You got to install them. It's not complex unless you make it complex. So what are we going to do? Well, we got our friends, Bilbo and Tex. They're going to help us out. Did some little bit of scripting, but we're going to kind of tie all this together. So I did a video a while back. Oh, and then we're using new recording. So that way my videos aren't shaded using HDR and all that good stuff. So that's fun. And I can pause if I need to, take a restroom break, a water break, doing new things. So a while back, self-advertisement right here, we looked at let's see, we looked at something very simple, and it was simple at the time, just pre-provisioning and required apps, how to deploy those apps. Here we go, through Software Center, Company Portal, or you can merge the two. I don't even think I showed that in the video, but you can. If we go to devices and go to maybe it's tenant administration, customization. If we edit this or create a new one, where is it at? Somewhere. There we go. We can show configuration manager applications within the company portal. I didn't show that, but it's there. So I'm going to cover a lot in this video, but still kind of keep it high level to mid level. Or we can hide it. Whatever you want to do. It's your environment. Make it difficult, make it hard, make it easy, do what you want to. But this was a super high level video of post snaps in the Software Center and Company Portal. I probably should have shown how to tie both of them together, but I didn't. But I did it in this video because we're learning. Every video builds off another video, right? So we're going to get a little bit more, not complex, but a little bit more into the weeds for these apps. We'll close that and we'll start fresh. All right. So we need to build apps. You don't have to, but you might want to, depending on what you're doing. But we can deploy store apps as we've seen before. Have Edge set to, what do we need to in here? We've done this one a few times, deploy 365 apps. I'm using that for autopilot currently. We got web links. That's for, I guess, phones and so forth. We got Windows web links, line of business apps, Win32. So we'll kind of focus on these two, especially this one, since it's kind of new. It's going to help us out with some third-party apps. Anyhow, I packaged a few apps, put them in here, but how did we get there? Well, you got to download a tool, which I've already downloaded from GitHub. Put that in the blog. But it's just the Intune app util. You need a folder where you put the contents in. Let's open a new one because we're going to kind of toggle through. So for this one, I got Notepad. Anything you put in that source folder will be put into this package. So if you got scripting and so forth, it all goes in here. If you got crap in here, that crap's going to get in there. Source, setup file, notepad++.msi. So if you do MSI, you get all the metadata. If you do exe, you get not a whole bunch. Nothing really. And so forth with the rest. So we want to keep this simple for us. We're going to use the MSI. All right, output. It's going to put the folder within somewhere else. Yes, I've done this a few times. We're going to delete it, overwrite it. I'm not going to apply a catalog. That's simple. All right, so now we got an output file, cheer. When we go to create it, I've already had it up. You'll be asked to select a file. Again, we haven't done this before, even though we're kind of been doing other advanced things in Intune. It's got all this metadata. It needs a publisher. Not sure why couldn't pre-fill that one. It's got the basic install commands. Do you want it to be available for uninstall? Security app? Probably no. So forth. All this return codes. You got to put your own requirements in. And we can get nitty gritty. It don't matter. Then you have to create your own detection. You can use a script, or you can configure your own detection rule based on file, registry, and so forth. Can we just do it through the MSI? We sure can. So that kind of eliminates a step for us. We don't have to like dig through where the stuff's installed. For this product code, we have that. All right, dependencies. Nothing's really dependent on this app. Supersedence. No, not doing any of that. And then you assign it. Pretty straightforward. So I went ahead and built some apps. Let's look at 7-zip. Again, base install. Don't have any requirements. I did my own detection rule. So I created a file and folder type setup. Google helped me out. Again, it has its own benefits, its own time and place. But that's what I did. And I did that with the current Notepad++. Putty, what did I do with Putty? Putty, I used the MSI version. Went ahead and tested. It all works. All right, we'll come to that later. Yeah, we don't need to see apps install. Excuse me, coffee's so good. All right, so I already got Putty installed. We can uninstall. Self-service, they don't want it on there. Great, they're done with it. Or there's an issue with it. Hopefully they can uninstall through here, and so forth. Toast notifications are turned on. And if we look at all the things we can do within here, I did all devices, show all toast notification as soon as possible, and we got the content and the foreground. So it'll go lickety split. All right, it uninstalled. Can I reinstall? I sure can. Downloading and installing. All right, again, we're using that MSI little detection piece that's already built in. Easy for us. You need to make an update to an app. you can update these files, and it'll update all the metadata for you. May need to recheck some of these requirements and detection rules, but hey, installed. Great. All right, what else do I have on here? So went over how to package. It's pretty straightforward. Just some basic packages. We did some detection. Again, that can change depending on what you're doing, so we can't go down one path. What else? So I did create this workspace app, this auto update one. So if we click on it, all this data, got some rules. Let's look at that. Enterprise app. This is fairly new. There's pros and cons to this. Let's do VLC if that's in here. VLC. We got EXE, MSI. Doesn't really matter. We'll choose MSI. Do we want to automatically update the app, or do we want to update with supersedence? Well, if we choose automatic update, again, Microsoft is handling all this for us. Shows that feature. No. Don't care about an image. How do you want the install to happen? It's going to happen in the system. Device restart based on codes. App install may force device restart. No specific action. We'll let the return codes handle it. All right. So it skips requirements, skips detection, supersedence. We're not going to worry about. Assignment. You can assign as a required app. That's all you can do. And then we add all devices, and we can change foreground, we can hide notifications, so forth. If we go back, create, and do app catalog, do VLC again. Got both versions, EXE, doesn't matter. Let's click on EXE. This time we're going to update with supersedence, or we're just not going to do automatic updates. It's got the install commands for you. Let's look at that. I did not check that when we looked. Y'all probably saw it, but I didn't. We'll do EXE again. Yes. So it does not give you the install command, but now we see it. Might be a little cheat code if you're going to do it the hard way. Package your own apps. We know what version we got, and so forth. We're not going to automatically update it. We probably can. We'll show it as a featured app, not putting it in a category. We'll allow for the uninstall. We can add in here. So if we want to do auto updates through here, we can do that. Auto update. Auto update. You know what I'm saying? But we can play around with the switch commands. We know what version and so forth. Got the uninstall, determined based on codes. Got the codes in here. They've done it all for you. Requirements, they get the requirements in there for you. Detection rule, they got all the detection rules in there. Look at that. I don't have to do anything. Next, supersedence, not doing any of that. Assignments, we'll make available. All users, next. Add app. And we're finished. We didn't have to do anything. We had a whole catalog to handle that. Another thing to look at when installing apps. This may take a minute. It's when we create these Win32 apps, or as we saw with the app, here, won't load. We won't wait. But if we go back to the program, we're just using the base install. We can do PowerShell. Install script is required. We can add a custom script and 4 signatures. None of that is needed. But we can do a lot with PowerShell. Not only can we install the app, we can prompt for dialog boxes, all kinds of crazy stuff you can do with PowerShell. Something else to mention when creating packages. There's so much you can do with PowerShell. Yes, I didn't create any of that for this, but hey, just use AI, have you create a PowerShell script. Hey, can you install, what is this app? Putty, and prompt after install a dialog box or reboot countdown, something? You sure can. You can do anything with PowerShell. All right, so we got our VLC. We're using exe. Got the installs. We can come in here and do the same thing. We can change it to PowerShell. It's all here. They got everything figured out for you. Enterprise apps. There's a ton of apps in there. Pretty sure they have majority of the third party and will continue to grow. Anything else? Autodesk. They got Snagit. Snagit's a big one. Or TechSmith. Look at that. They got Snagit. I can auto update the Snagits. Man, I don't have to do anything. All right. Looked at everything kind of high level, kind of mid level too. It's apps. It's dependent on how you want to go, how easy you want to make it for you. Let's look at another piece. What was I doing? Was it 7-zip? Which one's not assigned? Oh, I did turn that one off. That was a catalog app. This one is another catalog app. Let's look at Notepad. Let me. All right. So we're logged in with our fella Bilbo. Let me close some of this stuff. I had to create a script for what I was trying to accomplish. And we'll kind of prove out the PowerShell stuff. But stuff we already know. Uninstall a program. All right, we're going to use Notepad as an example. It's not on here. Who are we logged in with? As you can assume, we're logged in with Bilbo on Texas machine. Bilbo is taking over the Shire over Tex. All right. So let's get into it. So I've created a requirement. Here's a better look at the script. That's pretty good. You see the bottom is just kind of missing the bracket. Here we go. Just used AI. Had to play around, had to test it, verify, all that stuff. Added the script in here, not running it on as 32-bit, not running it with logged on users, we're not enforcing signature. And then the Boolean, however you want to say it, value is set to yes. That's for this exit of 0. So if the requirement is true or equal to yes, it will install. So the script is looking at primary user. So if we are the primary user of this device and we are logged in as the primary user, it will install. If I'm not logged in as the primary user, it should not install. All right, I have this scoped to nothing yet. Let's go ahead and add all users. Speed that up. All users, show toast notifications. Yes. Save. Awesome. Let's get this going. Oh, I had to make sure I turned my mic on. All right, let's sync. And Notepad should come down. Let me verify Notepad is not on here. Nope, but we got Citrix on here. That was me playing around with the Citrix catalog app. I finished my coffee. We got VLC. There's our VLC app. It's already done for us. Downloading, installing, done. Excuse me. I already see it on the desktop. Installed. Great. Can we get Notepad going? Got scope to all users. It's a required app. Let's see. Let me see. Should install based on what I read. And I have tested the script. Do I have the same script? I may not. String equals let's try that. Saved. Let's do a couple syncs. Let's try to get this script going. Sync. Do a couple more things, and then I might have to figure this out on my own. I think the script is right. Maybe when I read this article, something wasn't there, or I didn't understand something. Let's see. Almost at the 30-minute mark. I'm gonna try to keep this less than 30 minutes. Doesn't seem to be working, so I'm gonna pause. I'm gonna figure out my boo-boo, and then we'll correct it. Oh, well, that didn't take long. Made a simple change to the script, but it looks like it's installing. All right, so just edit the right host, requirement met. It installed. Awesome. And then I updated the requirement back to a string value and just put requirement met. So not sure what's going on with the Boolean stuff. Need to figure that stuff out. I am no app expert, but I can figure it out. All right. So after that, it worked quickly. Now we got Notepad. Awesome. So I am logged in as the primary user. We got Bilbo to Bilbo. Devices, Windows. Bilbo primary user on that one. Yep. I don't have the new UI yet for making this look new. All right, and now let's look at seven zips available, notepad required install. Let's look at 15. We got device without user. Why is that not applicable? Oh, because it's probably a user required app. All right, and let's look at Bilbo. Not applicable. Look at that. It'd be nice if it kind of gave you some more details, but it's not going to work. It's a required install. Company portal, available. Not going to work. We'll log in. This is 15. I'm already logged in. Again, tested out the script on both. Verified that it worked. Bilbo, not the primary user. And if we open portal, someone's already assigned to this machine. We know this. Yes, it's already assigned, but we can still sync. Just can't self-service. Oh, we're at a 32-minute mark. Well, we're almost done. I don't think it's going to work. But to verify that, yeah, I like to keep testing. I know it's not going to install. Let's go back to apps. Windows. Let's create a new one, as that's what we're doing. We'll do catalog again, or 7-zip assign. Let's look at the other one. We'll do 7-zip. It's available in the Software Center. We'll do the auto update. 7-zip. Auto update. Again, not much you can do. Leave everything as default. Assignment, we'll add all users. Speed it up. Next, add app. And we'll wait for it to kind of show up. Show up, my guy. Big fan. Man, with all the stuff they're doing with these apps, within Intune, I don't have to pay for all these third-party vendors and all this other stuff. I like what they're doing in here. All right, we got our auto update catalog. Pretty sure if we sync, that bad boy will start to install as Bilbo on Texas machine. We're doing 7-zip. Come on. Come on now. Do I have 7-zip on this? I don't. Just trying to be patient. Oh, something's going off. Downloading 7-zip. Let's go back to our devices. Windows. I think 15 is up. Did it finish? All right, was installed. Let's look at managed apps. Still waiting for this to update. Let's try to do everything I can to speed this bad boy up. Syncing all kinds of ways. All right, so Bilbo got his app. See, is Bilbo. On Texas machine, logged in as Bilbo. Trying to force the scenario. 7-zip. Got installed. Still, no notepad. All right, so the toast notification, either we missed it or it did not show up. But that doesn't bother me. Yeah, I know. So no toast notification. Maybe that's something, maybe by default. I don't know. Let's go to Bilbo. Should we do one more app? I feel like you should at least get a notification. We'll do one more. Apps, Windows. Yeah, we'll use this catalog. Try to keep it under 45 minutes now. Let's do... I don't know anymore. Other... Ooh. One we looked at earlier. Let's do Snagit. That's popular. We'll do the latest. Maybe we'll do that. Next, got the install commands. requirements. Got the detection, assignments. This time we'll set this one to all devices. Take that back. We'll do all users again. All devices is going to get on there. Foreground, save, next. Add app. We'll do the same thing. One last test. Just curious about the notification not showing up. All right, we got TechSmith, app catalog. Let's start with you first. Ooh, it's lunchtime, so yeah, definitely gotta knock this out in the next couple minutes. All right, so no notification, at least yet. Just verifying this is the correct behavior. If you're not the primary user of the machine, everything kind of happens silently. If so, I could have Googled that, or I learned something new. Do trial and error. Let's kick you off. And I can just listen for sounds. Heard the sound. Yes, they get a notification. I am not getting a notification on this one. I'm going to listen for that sound again, see when it finishes. Snag is a pretty big app. Well, it'll probably take a little while. Something happening with the taskbar. Again, I'm going by sound. Snagit is installed. Sync is still happening. So now I'm thinking that the sync from company portal isn't doing. I think it's the sync with Intune. heard a noise. It installed. I come back over here and it's installed on my other machine. So again, figured out that if you're not the primary user, you're not going to get notifications. It will install. Good to know. And now we have Snagit. Cool. Tied it all up about a minute over after I pushed back the time a few times. Oh, we do get a notification. Okay. Look at that. Just wasn't patient. Just didn't get the initial install notification, which is weird. Again, is it by design? Am I not waiting long enough? I don't know. Have to do some more testing. Anyhow, I learned some cool stuff. Hope you did. Oh, I can hit stop up here. Oh, there we go.